Hello, everybody, and welcome to a conversation with artist Johna Van Dyke. She is exhibiting in the 7th annual Evanston Made group show, and we are introducing her to the world. Hello, Johna. Thank you for joining us.
Hello, you're welcome. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. We are very excited for artists to meet everyone virtually. So tell us about the piece that you're exhibiting in the group show.
Oh, the piece is not a new piece. It's a floral watercolor that I've done a while ago. And I just enjoy doing those. I like organic shapes and I think they're interesting. And I do a lot of things. That's one of the things that I do.
You do a lot of things. So yeah, tell us what is in your studio right now. What are you working on during this time?
Well, right now I am working on a piece that is a tribute to the Japanese internment. It's a wall piece and it's about Manzanar.
Is it behind you?
Yes. Want to see it?
I can see it just fine. That is fantastic. What's Manzanar?
Manzanar is the Japanese internment camp outside of Southern California. It's a very famous one. 20,000 people were kept there for, 3+ years. And people don't know about it. I think it's important that people know these things. And I'm doing something that I really never did before. I've been wanting to deal with this subject matter, but it just never turned out to be a watercolor. It just wasn't. And then one day I was told in my magic brain or whatever that it really was a wall piece or it was something completely different. So that's a little hard for me. I don't usually do that kind of stuff. It's hard because, there's a lot of technology involved in it. And I have to research all that because there's so much that I don't know. And I'm
what
about
are the materials that you used to do the piece? Is
let me
that
show you. This is
wood,
good.
fabric? It's beautiful. Love that you have it up. Oh my goodness. It's huge. It's bigger
That's
than
too
you.
big, isn't it? Too close.
No, that's amazing. But I wanted to know the medium. What are the materials you used?
Well, the backing of it is a favorite material of mine, which is Tyvek, which is the kind of stuff you put around houses. You see it all over town.
Yeah.
And it's just a fabulous material because you can do anything to it. You can pin in it, you can glue, you can cut. It's cheap, it's plumb, it doesn't shed. It's just an all-around good thing. So that's the basis of it. And what's going on, it basically is fabric pieces representing different things like 500 houses are in the top of this because it represents the number of people that were at Manzanar. There are 40 people per house. And that's a lot of houses up there on top. And across the top of that, which you probably can't see from where you are, it says, there's text that says, "We pledged allegiance," across the top. And it's going to be about their journey and about where you start out at the bottom. Part of it is a tribute to Hokusai, the wonderful Japanese artist, in the clouds at the top and at the waves at the bottom. And
It's
That's it.
fantastic. It's so much. That is an amazing project. I love it. Talk to us a little bit about your journey into being an artist. You work across many mediums. Have you always been like that, or talk a little bit about your journey?
Well, I basically am a designer. I'm trained as a designer, and that means problem solver, regardless of what the material might be.
Hmm.
And, that's being kind of half left brain, half right brain. You got to have the ideas, but you have to make it you have to be able to make it or explain to someone else via drawings how to make it accurately, or you're not going to get it. So that's the land that I live in.
Hmm.
I love color, I love water and pigment, all these wonderful things. There's just so much.
And you work with Tyvek, you work with wood. I mean, do you always go across all mediums?
No, I mean, I have been doing a lot of watercolor,
Hmm.
really. I did some socially responsible pieces about the Great Migration and the orphan trains.
Hmm.
Those just crop up occasionally in my work. I don't really care about selling stuff as much as I do just making it. And especially if it's important, I want it out there.
And it comes to you oftentimes in your magic brain, and then you're making a tribute to internment camps. You don't only
Yeah,
focus on one type of work.
yeah,
And
exactly.
who are your inspirations? Who do you look to inform your work?
Oh boy, I don't know. I read a great deal.
Hmm.
I read a great deal. I read about history. It just disturbs me so much that, sometimes I feel I just have to do something about
Hmm.
and that's what I do. And
I love
the
that
rest of the
piece.
time, I just do fun stuff.
That piece reminds me of the Block Museum had an exhibit, an installation by Jonah with 40. It was like a large, I will say 10,000 nails in the wall that represented the families that came to and were in internment camps, and her family was in an internment camp, and they never ever talked about it until her father was almost deceased. I mean, and it's amazing to read and then to make art expressing that. I'm so grateful that you're working on that piece.
And I've just learned, so many people have come to me with so many stories since then. And I just learn more and more about how it was. And I really want to take it. I was planning on taking a trip to Manzanar this spring, but here I am.
Yeah, you'll get there. You'll get there.
Yeah, it's really far out. I mean, it's up in the mountains.
Yeah, and I'm sure it was very destitute and desolate and in
Yeah,
the middle of
yeah,
nowhere.
yeah, but I think I just really have to see it.
Interesting. All
Mhm.
right. Well, thank you so much for the conversation today, and for being in the exhibit, and for being who you are.
Oh, and thanks so much for all you do for all of us, and put us out there and give us
A
a
platform.
chance to be heard. Thank you.
Thank you, Johna. Talk to you soon.